Testimony.
Let me tell you
Listen
this,
to my
let me
story
tell
so
you
you
this.
can understand my glory.
People don't understand the reason for my praise. But that's okay. Because they were not there. They don't know my story. Therefore, they cannot understand my glory. Let me try to let you in so that you can see that the God who did it for me, that He can do it for you. Testimony, I remember when I got my first job. I was 17 years old. And they told me that I was too young to work. So they said I should return as soon as I was 18. I wasn't a smart person. Book and pencil was not my thing. I wasn't a smart person. So I wasn't looking for any big job. I had accepted that my life wasn't going to be a great one. I believed that with all my heart because I did not have a brain like other people do. The brain that I had was not a brain to be glorified. The brain that I had was not one to be magnified, so I thought. But let me tell you, when I got my first job, working on a truck, doing delivery. I was only 17. No subject, nothing. And I start working, and I worked there for a period of time. A couple of years, more than 2 years, I worked that job. Let me tell you, it would came to pass that I got fired from that job. And when I got fired, I went in depression. No, I'm not someone who share my burden with others. I'm not someone who tell others my problems, so no one is going to know. But I went in a dark place. I was worried. I was scared. I was afraid. I've always been afraid of life, a life of poverty. Always been afraid of it. Because I wasn't smart, I anticipate that one day that's where I would end up. But when I lost that job, I went into a dark place. I was depressed and I was sad. And God came to me. Tell you don't understand the reason for my praise, but you don't know my story. But let me try to let you in. God came to me. God came to me. He said to me, how long have you been working at this place? And I told him. Remember, I was crying to God. I was telling God that I was crying that I was gonna suffer. I'm gonna die of hunger. I'm gonna starve. I'm not gonna be able to get the things I want because I was without a job. I went in a dark place and God came to me. Jesus came to me and He said, how long you been working here? And I told Him. And then He said to me, who was taking care of you before that job came into being? You see, God have a nice way of rebuking me. He said, who was it that was taking care of you before this job? And I honestly didn't know the answer. But He assured me that it was Him. It was God all along. Even when I was not mindful of Him, it was Him. He was taking care of me. He was making the way. God said to me, listen, you don't need a job. You need me. From way back when, God told me, he said, you don't need a job, you need me. And if you have me, you have everything. I'm the one who provided for you that job. And let me tell you, God didn't say this, but I'm convinced if God didn't want me to leave, I wouldn't. But my time would have come. And God allowed them to did what they did. But God said, you don't need a job, you need me. I am what you need. You need me. I will provide, I will take care of you. And God comforted me. God soothed my heart. God soothed my spirit. I was no longer depressed. I was no longer sad. I was no longer complaining. But I was assured that God would take care of me. And then God said I should go back to school. I said, God, I'm not smart. When I was there the first time, I was not good at it. I did terribly. I was not good at it. God said, go back to school. And when I went back to school, let me tell you, I became first, second, and third in many classes. Who could it be but Jesus? Who could it be but Jesus? But even though God did these things, he turned me around, and I now had 6 subjects. Was qualified to go to university. God did that for me. But you know, let me come to this job that I have right now. Let me testify of the goodness of God. You see, I told God that I want a physical work. I want a job where I'm lifting things, because I'm not good at computer. I'm not good at writing. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to embarrass myself. I need a physical job. God said to me, it's not what you can do, it's what I can do through you. Hey, you don't understand my glory, like you don't understand my praise, because you don't know my story. And I got the physical job where I'm at right now. And God moved me, and God lifted me and put me in the office, the very thing I told him that I didn't want to do. And he was a supervisor at the time. God used him to speak life into me. He said, you are here, but let me tell you, there's no saying where you will go from here. And the very thing that I told God that I can't do, write, I have to write every day. Type, I have to type every day. Computer, I have to do computer every day. This is what I told God that I can't do. I don't want to do it. But God said, it's not what you can do, it's what I can do through you. And I believe if God moved me from this job right now, it would be okay, because I have seen his glory. I have seen his glory. It was just last week, I was talking to a manager, and you know what she said to me? She said, you and another person are the 2 strongest that we have. Who could it be but Jesus? Me, who teacher told me to stop coming to school because it was not doing no good for me. Me, that's what she said. Me. Who could it be but Jesus? Let me tell you, so when I first got this job, God allowed people to fight me. He was showing me that even though they fight me, God said, you're not going to stay at this job because you're good at what you're doing. You're going to stay there because I have you there. And they had every reason to fire me because I wasn't good at what I was doing. But God was with me until I became good at it, till I start loving it, till I start liking it. I wasn't the best. I don't think I'm the best right now, but I think, you see, consistency, it's key. You see, commitment, it's key. You see, working, doing your job as if you're doing it unto God. There's going to be a difference. There's going to be a